This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Priyanka Horali. How are you guys? You can let me know whatever you want to speak over the chat. At a kind request, whoever is not speaking, please go on mute. Okay, before I start, I just want to know what do you mean by IT actually? Why you have joined BCA? Can you tell me in the chat section? Just a one line. I have two questions. What do you mean by IT and why you want to join as a BCA student? What is your intention that you have taken this course? I want to know from everyone. Please text me in the group chat. So what I consider is you all know what actually IT is. and what are the opportunities that you have in the market. So I consider that you all of you know about it. So let me ask you a few more details. See, when you say you are taking a course in BCA, right? The baseline what I want you guys to understand is the market is very wide. So hope you all are listening to news, how things are happening in the IT world. So we have already reached a digital world, right? Digital world where now those are not the days that we are writing everything in a book and paper and making a record of it, right? We have computers, we have a high bandwidth internet, we have a lot of devices which are working not just on a disk. See, earlier when you used to store a data, it used to be pen and paper, but now it's on something called as device, which is called as disk. Now disk, again we have a higher level of it. We have ssds, we have fiber nets. Okay, these are called as the storage devices which store the data. To store the data, you need a bridge or a system where you can manipulate the data and you can store the data, right? That is nothing but the work is done by as an object, you can say. Computer is nothing but an object, but the individuals who are going to handle this object are nothing but we are the people. Okay, we are the people who are going to manipulate the data that is available, and it needs to be stored, retrieved, transmit, and what the output has to go to the end users. That's how the information is being passed, right? So I understand, like, most of you are really aware of this, which is very good. Okay, this is when you start with the session and you have a group of students who are already aware what subjects they have taken, what they have to do as a part of their career. Okay, I appreciate that. Take you through a slide which I have prepared. So today, I just want to give you an introduction about IT, not like in terms of technical perspective, like, you know, what IT is about, what exactly the subjects you are going to study. No, what I want for you guys to know is how IT is developing, basics about the IT, what actually you are going to do the work in the real world. Okay, not anything as in what you find in the bookish language. Okay, and how you make your career and how you grow in that career. Okay, that's very important. Book wise, you have your lectures, you have your teachers who are going to take your classes. Okay, but you, what you need is, apart from that, you have to make yourself in touch with the market. Always, the basic thing is always keep searching, always keep searching what market is going on, what you are studying, and what is the demand in the market. Okay, you are going to be, so if I have to be in a very plain language, if I have to say something, see, this is an investment you are doing on yourself. Okay, maybe the words I'll say is pretty big for you to hear now, but outside market is very competitive. Okay, knowing just what is there in your books is not going to help you. That is the first thing. Okay, that is something is going to make you eligible to stand in the market. Okay, the exams, that subjects you are studying, it's going to make you eligible. But to be competitive in the market, apart from the books, you have to explore many things. Very simple as, suppose today you study something and your teacher gives you a program to write, right? Make sure that you are doing preparation on that. Apart from that, what extra you can add on it. Okay, today if she has given you a 10 line of a code, think what else you can do on that code. Invest in yourself. Take this as an investment for yourself. Then only tomorrow the product which you are going to be is going to be standing number one in the market. So when today you go for such of a job, right? Trust me, when I started my career, if I go for an interview, I used to have only 30 people with me. Okay, so the competition for me was that 30 members who are sitting with me for that interview. But today, if you apply for interview for a job posting for one or two, you're going to have more than 300 people in the queue. So imagine in that 300, you have to stand extraordinary. Then only you're going to get a job. So that you cannot do after you start searching for a job, right? This is the foundation. This is the time when you have to do that. So with that, I will just take you through the basic steps about IT and how you can follow that and how you can grow in that career as in career actually. Okay. So this is what I have for you guys today. The first thing I would take you through how the information age came into practice. What you can say is a difference between data and an information. See, although they sound similar, but technically they are different. What is technology? How do you define information technology? Utilizing IT in the society, the functions of information technology, the benefits of information technology, and few examples on IT careers. So before I proceed, do you have any questions for me? You can just post in the chat box. So now you guys are actually living in the world of information age. To be very precise, when the very starting stage, when the era, what you call about how the information transformation started, is actually started from the agriculture age itself. The period during 1800, where we had only the farmers will be working on their fields, and they used to have their livelihood, right? That was called as the agriculture age. No one was really aware what is data information. We used to have a freedom of speech, we used to speak, but literally nobody knew that this is a sort of a communication which is being procured and transmitted. people used to do their lively work as is, but there was no way that something has to be documented or something has to be stored somewhere. As and when the people used to speak, the way of transferring of information used to happen, but there was no idea that something somewhere has to be stored. So that was the agriculture age. Then came industrial age. It started somewhere around 1800 to 1957, they say, but actually it started from 1964. Okay, when then processes came. For example, your manufacturing industries. So there was an industrial boom. People say that when India was when Vasco da Gama, right? He found India. When he came to search, he found an island and he explored, and later British came, they infatuated India. They understood what are the wealth India is having, right? So actually that is the time when India came into picture in the world map. Okay, so with the boon of Britishers, we actually had the industrial age. So they started setting up their industries, small mining industries, weaving industries. So that was a boon. We started with the industrial age. So then there was a need for people to handle those machines, and you had industrial labors, right? Then it became the information age, which started somewhere around 1957. So majority of the people were trained, were involved in the creation, distribution, and application of information. But let me tell you, 1957 was a brief history actually. It was a tough time for India. We had invasion from British. We were already struggling with whatever the wealth we had because they were exploiting us. To be very frank, they were exploiting us. When it came to knowledge, they made us educated only to a level what they want from us. Okay, we are designed to work in the way they needed. So that was a kickstart of the information age actually. Slowly, when we moved on to our independence, and in 1971, the imports, we started imports and exports with the abroad, foreign countries. So there was a merchant by name Burrow. Burrow was a merchant who had an Indian sales agent. Today we have TCS, right? If you know, TCS is a well-renowned company. It's an Indian company. They were the sales agent for this foreign company during 1971. So that time the government was Congress, you all know. So they implicated, they thought we can earn more from this. So imports, so I said it's a mix of industrial and information age, right? So whatever the imports we used to get, it used to be taxed tariff that you call. So hardware tariff used to be 135%. Can you imagine 135%? If you import a chip, it used to be having, if chip is for 10,000 that time, you used to have 135% tax on it. So even if you used to get a work from the foreign countries, 1/4 of it is only with us. 3/4 we used to pay to the foreigners. They used to have profit. We weren't earning the profits over there. So there was a bit reform made. After that, we had Rajiv Gandhi. So in 1974, he changed all these policies. He brought NCP policy. So networking computer application policies. So what he made changes is, whatever the imports and exports that we are doing, it used to be having less tariff. So we used to started getting more work from the foreign countries. More individuals who are trained, they used to come to India, they used to train people, and they used to make them work according to the demands in the foreign markets. So that was the time IT industry took a very I'll say, it kick-started to a certain extent that it was 100% at a peak. We used to have US dollar, close to 140 billion of profits per year. So that is how the information age started, and that is when IT industry came into picture. Slowly, we have industries like TCS, HCL, Wipro. These all companies came into picture. They started training people. They started making you used to. They assumed that time was in a year they might need 10,000 of engineering graduates per year. That was the demand created at that time. With that, we had all these companies into picture, and industrial revolution started in terms of IT engineers actually. So to give you a brief data, this is what the chart I have prepared with time periods and the majority of workers that evolved right from agriculture age to industrial age and then to information age. So you can have a quick look on this. So you can see 1957 is when you have engineers in the market actually. People used to travel from India, set up applications in foreign countries because getting a resource in foreign country used to be a costly work for them. It was easy for them to train Indians. We Indians are best in the market in terms of knowledge, skills. We pick up very fast, right? If today I'm telling you some information, see how quick when I was surprised actually when I asked about what IT is about, because I think you guys really didn't had much more exposure to these things, but still many of you know what you are looking at and what you are working at it. So this is the difference what Indians make in the market. So always imagine when you're in a queue, you are attending an interview, you are always outstanding. Go with that intention and attend your interview. Okay. So let me tell you, you might be listening about data and information, right? There is a huge difference when we say something about data and information. So data is what? It is just some raw data, right? Some raw information which is not structured, scattered. In a room, if you keep few papers and you switch on a fan, right? It's just that papers will move everywhere, right? Which means what? It is unstructured. So if you have to, out of the 10 papers, if you have written 1 to 10. If you have to pick a 10, you have to actually search between that, right? You cannot make them a series. You have to start looking at each and every paper. So that is a raw information which is lying in a room. But when you give a particular language to it, you manipulate that with some kind of a sort of data in terms of a coding. You tune it actually. You change it, you organize it, you make it structure. Then it becomes an information. Now you have an information. What is the use when it is not being transmitted? You are keeping with you. So computers is what which plays that role. Whatever you get the data, it is unstructured data that transforms into, it gets processed. You apply a logic, you put some algebraic expression, you put some code, then it becomes a information which can be in a readable format, which can be transmitted to someone who can understand it and further process it. So if I have to put that in one line, a technical line, what you can see in my screen, that is what about data and information. So data is raw, unorganized facts that need to be processed. Data can be something simple and seemingly random and useless until it is organized. So as I gave you an example of a paper, right? Anything which is just lying in a room is of useless for you unless it's being organized, right? Unless I know how I have to approach each section of that paper, it cannot be organized. Once it is organized, I understand 1 to 10 is my list, and that is what I have to look at it. So when data is processed, organized, structured, or presented in a given context, to make it useful, it is called as information. So you can see 3 blocks, right, in the chart. Those are the data that is getting processed. Processing is happening, and then the end product is nothing but information. Now comes what is technology. So as you all told me in the beginning itself, you are well aware of it. It's called as information technology, and you pronounce it as IT. So information technology is nothing but anything which is related to computers. It can be, see again when you say computers, right, there are multiple streams that come out of it. You have hardware, you have networking, you have a software, you have an internet, and you have a people who work with those technologies. So basically your entire digital market revolves around these components. So when you say network, you have network engineers to handle it. Hardware, you have hardware engineers to handle it. Software, again software is divided into multiple technologies, multiple applications. You can say MySQL, SQL, Unix, Linux, operating systems. When you say internet, you have internet of things. These days internet of things is blooming in the market, and the people who handle these technologies are nothing but the end engineers. right? So technology is something a human uses it as a part of its object. Okay, you utilize these machines to interpret the information, raw information, into something sensible, right? That's something the tool utilizes it and transmits it. That's it. That is only technology. But when you have a technology in the market, if you don't have a skilled labor, which means skilled individuals to handle it, then it's a problem, right? That's the challenge the industry is facing. You can produce 10,000 engineers, 20,000 engineers, but what's the point when end of the day the business who wants to make utilization of these engineers, they are not in parallel or in the demands that are set in the market, right? They're not up to the mark. If I have to say, if it's not up to the mark, there is no point, right? There are a lot of sheep which go in one line, but one sheep who knows where to go and what to do, that is the extraordinary sheep. So that is what we, one as an individual, as an engineer, we have to achieve, we have to target, right? So it just says that technology is evolving every month, that you might be seeing how every day actually technology is running to 0.1 millisecond, I can say. But until and unless you also run with the technology, you will never be in par with it. Okay, market is growing every day new technology comes into the market. If you say you are into develop, you're interested in development, every day new modules get added, right? But here initially when a course is designed for you, that is not included in your books. Apart from that, there is a different world actually, which is getting modified every day. So you have designed books from VTU and the same course, same chapters you study. Why they are constant, but you are not, moving with the market? Reason is very simple. You have a set of exams that you have to attend, right? You cannot define a new chapter every day, right? But rather what you can do is make this as your base. What you're studying now is nothing but your base. Every day get in touch with how, see, when you use internet, right, don't use internet in means of doing something, searching about film industry or any XYZ information. Explore, dedicate daily just 2 hours to study what you have already studied today in the class. If your lecture gives you certain set of course today, try manipulating that every day. Try learning something new at least 1 hour. If 2 hours is a max for you, I understand these days now, due to COVID-19, we are doing everything online, studying, a lot of attending classes. It sounds boring, true, but try to catch important things that your lectures are telling. Stress on that. That is very important. Okay, and that's give you a success in the market. That is the only key feature that will give you success in the market. Let me move on to the next, which says how you utilize IT in the society, right? So when I say IT is just not that you deal with the computers, right? For example, education, what your lectures are taking you through the course, all chapters, making you understand something is documented in the books, right? In those papers, it's being transmitted, right? Everything used to be, when a lecturer is going to prepare to tell you something for today's class, he will organize, or he will go through multiple books, right? He will make that sorted out in a way that you understand, you as a student will understand. So if you think properly, even unorganized, they are doing the same thing. They had unorganized books, multiple books, they organized it, they made it very simple that you can understand it, and then you process that in the form of your exams, you write in your paper, right? So to be very frank, if I tell you, right, when a lecturer gives you a lecture, right, all through that 3 months, now we have semester, right? So 3 months or 6 months, depends. When you write an exam, actually your lecturer is writing the exam, to be very frank. So if you bring out a good number, you come out, you excel, right? It's not just you who is scoring, actually you are making your lecture score about it. So when we were also student, right, we never used to think that way. This realization will come once you pass this phase. But since we have understood, we have gone through that phase, I want you to understand this. This is how it is. So whatever you write in your paper, your output, that is an information which is transferred from your lecture. So that is also your education, how you utilize information in the society. Then comes the training. Now I'm taking a session for you. This is nothing but again, I'm transferring an information from me to you guys. That is again a training. Similarly, if you attend any other training session, that's a training. So here again, IT is in the society. The point what I want to bring is these all sections that you're seeing in my screen: education, training, entertainment, shipping, manufacturing, journalism, money and investments, taxation and accounting, health and medicine, solving problems. So these all are the IT. In all these sectors, you need system, you need engineers to handle it. It can be, see, when I say engineer, it's not just the software engineer. Software engineer will come into picture when you are attending or you're working on some software application. When it comes to entertainment, it's media, you know, right? Graphics development engineer, digital marketing engineer. Those are the people who are involved in entertainment. Shipping, you have civil engineers who design the the ships, how the shipment of the products has to take place. You have aeronautical engineers who are into airspace. Manufacturing, that's simple. You have industries and industrial engineers, civil engineers, right? Journalism is what? These news reporters, they approach you, right? They get some data, they go to the specified location, whatever they can capture the news. So they're capturing, they're transferring that information into a form of some application that gets broadcasted to you, right? That's what you hear in your news. So again, there is an IT over there. Money and investment, financial banks. You have banks, right, where you do the intake and investment, or you keep it for a longer purpose. So again, it's bank. So bank has to keep some data, right? No one can write in paper. You have so many people. The India's population, you know, right? It's in billions. So that many people are earning. So where the data has to go? How many papers? How many noting downs you can do when withdrawn is done? When someone has submitted something, deposited money in the bank account, right? So there is a database management system. So this is where your again IT will come into picture. Database. Did someone ping me? Is there any chat? No. So that's about the money and investment. Taxation and accounting. I think if any of your friends or maybe your fathers, they are into business, right? So you deal with taxation and accounting every financial year, end of your financial year, which is April, right? So even when you start a job, right, you are bound to pay taxes to the government. Whatever the earnings you are having, you are bound to pay, right? So someone has to keep a record again, right? Earlier days we used to have accountants. So now accounting is also done through a software, and that is being managed by an accountant. But again, accountant, what tool he use? For example, you have Tally, right? You make debit credit via this tool, and somewhere it gets deposited. That deposition is again your database, which is again RDBMS. You again use a software, you again use a computer to store the data, retrieve the data, and transmit the data. Now about the solving problems. So this is again in terms of if you're doing any development work, you are being assigned to do any customization, it becomes a part of your daily life. So solving problems is actually part of all the other sections which I have already explained, being it education, training, entertainment, you go in taxation, this is day in and out, right? The same thing. Now, when I say utilizing IT in the society, when it comes to specifically to people, see, communication. You know, communication is very important. You do it via any media. You speak out in public. You talk to a person. You use a phone. You use a messaging system. Earlier we used to have SMS. Now everyone is using email, right? And you have video conferencing. This is again IT actually. Entertainment. You watch a movie. You hear some audio clips. You do a gaming. You play PUBG. You do any web surfing, you search any information on the internet. At the back end, there is a system, there is a database that maintains it. And these are the part of entertainment. Day-to-day living, you buy airline ticket, you order a book, you book a TV show, you book a movie. You know, this apps you see, everything is IT. You book it till the end, it gets you the ticket. There is a processing that has happened in the back end. So many engineers, so many application developers, lot of computerization work is being done, right? So your Actually, IT is everywhere. It's not just think that IT is an industry, but in your day-to-day life, you use IT. Okay. Same goes with the business. Uh, Again, the kind of products and services that you have. For example, if you're doing an internal communication, you're using computer network. For example, now I'm sitting in one of the lab. I'm interpreting a session using what? Your computer network, the network which is there in this room system. I'm talking. You are able to see my screen. That's video teleconferencing. Via what? I'm using a vocal communication. So if you transmit, so morning if you would have got an SMS from the coordinator that so and so session is there for today, that's what a mode of communication is done to you, right? So she can send an SMS, she can send an email. Now these days we are using WhatsApp, an easy mode of communication. Okay, that's nothing but again an internal communication. Electronic commerce, which is what? It says corporate website, call centers, electronic transmission, online sales. So electronic commerce, very simple example I'll give you. Hope you all are using Amazon. You might be ordering products, whatever you see, whatever the ads you see, whatever the products you see, you have a description of it, right? So again, there is an IT involved here. So very simple. You go to a web page, you open Amazon website, or you open a Flipkart website. The products which are visible there, it's an image. Then there is a computer engineer involved there. He has put the image. Someone has given him the content. Again, there are content designers. Okay, it's not done by one individual. There are multiple fields are involved. Multiple knowledge skill is involved. So creating a website, putting some ads over there or some products over there, then having description of it, then you are able to order that product. It's reaching to your home. That is nothing but the external sales that happens. You have booked the product online, right? Dispatching has to be done. Mode of transportation, maybe the product is coming from the other part of India, maybe from Jammu and Kashmir, right? It has to reach you in Chikkodi. So lot of transportation is involved. Where the data is put, right? It's all unstructured. Some engineers, some IT computing has been used, right? That's where we are living now. As I told in the beginning, in agriculture age, it used to be just give and take policy with your neighbor only. You will never go, you never knew that there is another state actually. You never knew there are, now how many states do we have in India? Anybody knows how many states we have? After the new bifurcation done, does anyone have idea how many states do we have and how many union territories? Can you tell me in the chat box? I hope you are not Googling, taking time. Okay, thank you guys. This is really impressing. I appreciate that you know the answer. Good. Let me move on. Thank you. Now about utilizing IT in the society as university. See, when I say university, a very simple example. Now, I am taking a session for you, right? So, I am transferring a sort of information to you, right? Then, you have your books, you have your library. Library is what? Earlier, it was unstructured. Then, when they termed it as a library, the books are arranged in an order that is required. For example, you have a books for computer, you have books for digital, you have books for network related, storage related, right? So things are organized. In a university, then you come to your class, right? Again, you do your lab, you sit in your class, you attend something. That's what, again, IT. You interact with your friend, right? Your colleague sitting in your room. You discuss something. Again, what? There was a raw data. Morning when you came, for example, you wanted to know something about a loop. Today your lecture told what is a for loop, what is a loop, right? You discuss about that. End of the day, when you came in the morning, you had nothing in your brain, right? You didn't know what is loop actually. End of the day, you take away something. You take away some information that's being stored in our mind. Similarly, when it comes to university, there are a lot of other sections. You have multiple departments, data for each department, how management is done. There is a person assigned, there is an office person who will take care of management activities. You have your lecturers who will deliver their classes, right? Somewhere these all things are structured and organized, right? You have an office. So to tell you in a very simple way, if I say a comparison for an IT, your office is nothing but a data center, where multiple data systems are present in the form of computers, right? Still, I know, still BK College has a lot of paperwork to be done, right? When you come, you see the office, you still have a shelf with lot of files in it. Consider that as a each array. So when I say storage, similar kind of devices are kept in real time. When server, when the data is being stored, right? It's very small. Today, when you purchase a hard disk, uh, earlier days, I say around 7 years back, the hard disk used to be more than 7 inches in size for 1 TB. Now 1 TB hard disk comes just like a small chip, eraser, right? It comes in that form. Size has reduced, but the capacity to store the information has increased. So it is ever evolving. Maybe after a few days, it will be just in the form of a small dot. Actually, you will never know. Now you have microphones, which are just like a small dot. You can't even see that, but they have that much magnitude. They have that much bandwidth to connect and hear whatever the information is being transferred, right? So this is all about university. How you see information in university. So if I have to go little detail explaining you what are the functions involved in information technology. So entire story, what you're seeing in my screen now, right? Entire story of IT is being categorized under 5 sections: capture, process, generate, store and retrieve, and then transmit, right? Capture is what? I'll give my example itself. Now I'm giving some information to you. It's being recorded, right? It's being captured. So whatever I'm delivering now, after 10 days also, if you want to listen, you can listen. So it's getting processed. So the duration, I have started my session somewhere around 9:45 or 10, suppose. Now it's 10:30, right? It's getting processed somewhere. Whatever I'm speaking, it's getting recorded. Was this possible earlier? No, it is possible now because we have moved on to that culture. We have adapted that technology in our real life. So all this time, right, that half an hour to 1 hour duration, it's getting processed. It's getting generated, as in what? Now, once this session is stopped, we are going to stop the session, right? So it's recorded somewhere in the form of a file, right? A file is generated and it's being saved somewhere on a hard disk. So now you all have understanding when I say hard disk is what? It's a local drive on this computer. Store or retrieve. So let me take just as a store. That is getting stored as a MP4, maybe MP4 file or a VLC file. .vlc is the extension going to be, which is what? .vlc file is stored on a hard disk. So capture is done, processing is done, generation of a file is done. Now storing of a file is also done. Transmit. Transmit will come into picture when tomorrow XYZ student wants to replay that particular session video, right? So transmit and retrieve is equally proportional. When you hit on that particular file to run, that is the time the information is again going to be delivered, which is nothing but retrieval. And you are the end user who are listening to it again, or you would have shared it to someone. Now, whatever I have delivered today, the participants who have left or maybe yet to join or maybe not joining also, right? If they really want to listen, they can listen that. So my information from you currently who all are there, it's going to be transferred to someone else, right? That is nothing but transmission. So entire information cycle is around these 5 parameters. So see how the job generation was done. To capture, it's very wonderful actually. These are the 5 sections. So whatever you're studying, right, all these 3 years of your career, it's all about these 5 things. End of your career, when you choose a job, right, your job will land into 5 of these sections. So what are the jobs which are coming as part of your IT career? I'll take you through that, but try to understand this way. This is the cycle which is in front of you. Enter your career, enter your life cycle. If you want to be an engineer and go and so forth, you want to go the next career level, it lies between these parameters: capture, process, generate, store or retrieve, and then transmit. So here I have just given a description for each parameter actually. Capture is what? Is nothing but process of compiling an information. And I have given you an example. So compiling means again you are restructuring actually in a simple language. So Amazon.com, it uses internet cookies to capture data about a customer purchase. So I gave you an example in the before slide, right? You open an Amazon website or a Flipkart website or any website, you order a product, you purchase a headphone, for example, or a mobile, right? You see a product, then see, I may be the another user who also want to purchase that same product and maybe at the same time. So try to understand. So it's not just that one as a user you are seeing that product. There are hundreds of people who might be seeing a new phone came in the market. They all want to purchase the same phone, and at the same time, multiple users are accessing. Then how that particular product is booked for you, right? It is done through internet cookies. You know, when you log in with your credentials, you are a specified user, you are locking a session. So there are multiple processes which are there in between actually. When you log in, you hit on a product, that is the time there is a lock being assigned. So internally, that product, how it is displayed is through a database management system. Okay, when for example, if I have a user by name Ram wants to book that product, he has logged in and he has clicked on a product. So from a database, there is a query which will come and it will log that particular user session, and against your credentials that product is booked. And that's how, if there are hundreds of users who are ordering a product, the end user, I mean to say end user from the business side, he will come to know that Ram has booked the product. So that is a capture via internet cookies. Processing. So see, processing, how it's being converted, analyzed, computing is done, and the new data is being transformed, right? So processing can be information, image, or voice. Then comes the generation. How it's generated. When you try to book a product, right, there are certain numbers, text. So there is no sound in this case, but visual image. What you see the product on the portal on that page is nothing but a visual image. That is nothing but generation. Storage and retrieval. So storage is nothing but if tomorrow also you log in, you will still see the same product. However, if you keep on seeing a product for 10 days, it is going to have an expiry, right? So new product may go out of stock. That is the time when you see this. Actually, the storage is over, not a physical storage, but a logical storage. So that product on a web page is not available. Could be possible that in the stock also that product is not available. So that is about the storage. Retrieval, when you get the product, you have retrieved the product, right? Transmission, see, when you get the product, you will get an email, right? That so and so product has been delivered to you via email, or you will get a SMS, right? That is nothing but transmission. So successfully, when you ordered the product in the capture phase, now it got processed, generated, storage, from storage it came out, got transmitted to you at your location, right? So this is how IT came into picture. This picture will explain you the same thing in a similar process. I just want to tell you, like, for example, if you are calling, so you can see on the left hand side there is a person using a mobile phone. Okay, so there is an antenna from where the network equipment, so that network equipment is going to transform your voice into a language, algorithm, actually, if I'll say in computer language, which gets transmitted to cell net telephone system. You have a telephone department over there which converts your logical voice into a valuable information. It goes to again an antenna, a second antenna, which is the end user antenna, and then there is an end user who is again listening to what the person has told in the beginning, right? So information is being transferred in between. That is a computer language you never understand. So you can make out like how quick, how fast it is. You call, immediately the next person responds. Earlier days it won't used to happen. That's where the technology has gone now, right? It's not even seconds, it's just a milliseconds that the information gets transferred. So this is one of the example of a cellular telephony, we call it. Then there is a wireless internet through laptop. So a user is using a laptop. He might be accessing some website, doing some work. End of the day, there is a web server. So Amazon.com, I told, right? So on a laptop, this user is trying to book some product through internet. You have a device. The transformation of information, whatever that user has booked, is done in the backend. And end of the day, in a web server, it gets stored. And when you get the product in your hand, that is nothing but transmission is done, right? Okay, so to tell you about the benefits of, I'm running short of time, guys. So I'm going little quick. So anytime if you have a question you want me to stop, just quickly let me know in the chat section. Okay, so I'll quickly go through this. See, you have technology, you have everything, but if you don't have a proper channel, or it is not transferred appropriately, right, then there is no point. So technically they have divided IT into 4 sections, which say that if these 4 parameters are met, then that information is a correct information or a appropriate information. Speed, anything you do, it has to be quick, right? Consistency, consistency means what? If I say hello, when it reaches to you, it should be hello only. It should not be hello, hello, right? That is consistency. Precision, I have said hello. Hello has how many letters? HELLO, 5 letters, right? When it is reaching you, it has to be 5 letters only. It should not be another O. So when you pronounce, hello will sound hello only. But there is an extra O which got added. So this is a simple English, I'm giving an example. But when it comes to numericals, arithmetic, algebraic, right, you add an extra code, the output will be different. If you are supposed to add 10 rows in a database, mistakenly you added a 11th row, then that is not a precision. You are disturbing the integrity of that database. Reliability, see, when you store some amount in your bank, today you have deposited 10,000, tomorrow you have 9,000, even though you haven't withdrawn, right? That is a reliability factor. You rely on a bank that whatever is being given is appropriate and integrated. No one is going to take away the money from there, right? That is the reliability. Same it comes to infrastructure IT. So when a customer has approached you, you are signing a license that whatever your information is there, be it your debit card, credit card, all details, everything is confidential. So it has to be reliable. See, unless to be very precise, unless these four parameters, any company doesn't set it right, that company cannot run. No customer will come to that company if these four things are not there with that company, right? And you also as an engineer, whatever work you have done, end of the day, you are not getting credit for it. You're not getting what you have done for that. No satisfaction, right? You are never going to join that company. So these four parameters are really important from a company perspective, from an individual perspective as well. So here I have just given details with respect to bank. So you can see this anytime. As I said, I'm running short of time. I'll be just quickly moving on through the slides. So again, the same, what do you call as a good information? It has to be accurate, timely, consistent, up to date, and easy to understand. IT careers. I think this is a section which you are really interested. So I told you, right? Capture, process, transmit, store, retrieve. Those parameters revolve around these job opportunities. You have database administration. So this is where I told where the data is being managed, stored, right? Database administration is a type of a job. Information security, the one who I told you, right? You are setting up a cookies, right? Internet cookies. That is something done by some engineer, right? When you order a product, that is nothing but information security. You even set firewalls. So there are multiple things actually. To go in detail, I would need multiple sessions with you guys. To give you a some line or a headline, information security is also a type of a job where you secure your internet lines to the end world. So these days you might be listening about the hacking and all is done, right? So this is the time when the security engineers are put into trouble. So if you are in this job, you have to be really on your toes. You have to be very, very strong in your knowledge, and whatever the code you're deploying has to secure the company website. So these are the individuals who are being taken into investigation the very first time. So be very careful if you are landing into such jobs. But nothing offense, all jobs are good unless you have a knowledge about it, right? Next is the IT analyst. So this engineer will do what is translate business requirement into technical specification. IT analyst will not do any direct technical job. Although he is supposed to have knowledge about all the IT parameters, but he will take the documentation work. He will try to understand what is the business requirement, put it into papers, then it will go to the other sections like database administrator, network administration, management. Management team will decide how much money is required, how many people we have to hire, how much investment the company has to do, profit and loss. Okay. Computer forensic. This is nothing but detecting and preventing the crimes, right? So you have your fingerprints, how that is being sometimes it's being manipulated for individual prisoners that has to be kept somewhere. It's all about through computer forensic expert. IT sales is what? Whatever the product that you see is being transferred, it has to go and reach the location from where it is being ordered. So IT is the product, and the salesperson, the very simple example, the guy who gets you the product at your doorstep, right? Then comes the software development. Software development is right now what you are doing actually. BCA graduates, BSc graduates with computer application knowledge. So you work on multiple softwares, you develop that software, or you use that software for the company, right? Right now you will land into this section, software development. So this is nothing but a conclusion side, what I have taken so far for you guys. So when you have time, you can just go through this. Quickly tell me if you have any questions for me in a chat section. I'm done with my presentation actually. You can ask any questions if you have. So no questions. Was it interested or not topic? Don't tell me you guys are busy with something else.
Yes, ma'am, interested.
Okay, then ask some questions. I should know your interest, right? Should be something. It can be any question. Maybe whatever I've told, just ask me from that. Something should have come in your mind, right? Okay, in case later on, if you have any questions, you can put your questions to the organizers, and if you really want me to answer, I'll be available. So quite possible that right now you don't want to discuss. If any queries, just let me know. Okay. Okay, Rutuja. So shipping in utilizing society, right? In one line, I'll tell you. You ordered the product, right? Someone has got you the product, right? It got shipped to you, right? You ordered a mobile phone on Monday and you get that product on Wednesday. A guy comes to you, right? In this process, for you, it is very simple. Monday to Wednesday, you got the product. But by the time you ordered the product, you got an SMS, right? That the product is being ordered and it is being dispatched for you. After that, there is a lot of IT work which is done. So when I say IT work, for you to understand, I'm saying, but at the back end, there was a lot of processing was done. You ordered the product, then it got logged, then it got ordered. For example, it came from Punjab. From Punjab to Chikkodi, it has to reach, right? So there are multiple stations. So that is called as dispatchal stations. It has to be in those stations, pass on. There is a possibility, directly it cannot come to Chikkodi, right? From Punjab, which is another state, it has to enter Karnataka borders. So in between, there is a lot of channels, a lot of computing process was done. From one station to another station, there is an entry made. It left Punjab station, it reached Karnataka station. So obviously, it won't land directly to Chikkodi. It has to come through Bangalore, Hubli, maybe Belgaum, and then Chikkodi, right? If it follows this route. So in between, there were many checkpoints. So it halted in station, it transformed. So what I mean to say is this transforming the product from one location to another may be a physical thing in one perspective. But when I say as a form of an engineer, this all data is being maintained in a database management system. That company might be using a particular software. For example, they might be using Oracle. Oracle is again a database management system. It's a RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Correct. So that system will maintain everything, all details with the name of a person, who took it, who took the product, where he has loaded the product, how it got transferred from there, and did it reach Rutuja in Chikkodi or not. This is the shipping in process. Product got transmitted to you, you retrieve the product. Okay, thanks. Any other question? Actually running out of time, so we will close the session. If you have any questions, please drop your questions to respective coordinators, and I'll get in touch with you if you need an explanation. Okay, thank you everyone.